Life can be incredibly unpredictable. Sometimes, no matter how successful someone might seem, the weight of their struggles is hidden behind smiles, fame, or accomplishments. Today, we reflect on the lives of some individuals who, despite having promising futures or being at the height of their careers, tragically took their own lives. While these individuals came from different backgrounds, from sports to acting, from activism to academia, their stories remind us of the invisible battles that many face. Their passing is a call to acknowledge the importance of mental health awareness. These aren't just stories of loss, but of silent struggles we may never fully understand. Let's take a moment to remember them. Kyron Lacey, age 24. American football player. Kyron Lacey was a bright young athlete, once considered a rising star in college football. Playing as a wide receiver for the LSU Tigers and the Louisiana Reagan Cajuns, he showed exceptional promise on the field. Football was his passion, and many believed he had the talent to make it to the NFL. His future seemed filled with possibilities, but behind the scenes things weren't as perfect as they seemed. Despite his on-field success, Kyron was dealing with a personal crisis. Legal troubles stemming from a tragic car accident in his early career began to weigh heavily on him. Along with growing media attention, he was faced with charges and the constant pressure to live up to the expectations surrounding his football career. On the night of his death, Kyron was involved in a police chase near Houston, Texas, and died by suicide shortly after. His passing was a shock, not just to his family, but to everyone who knew the talented young man. Kyron's story underscores the intense mental strain athletes often experience, struggles that the public often fails to see. Nicky Katt, age 54. Actor. Nicky Katt was a familiar face on both the big screen and TV. His notable roles in films like Dazed and Confused, Boiler R, and the TV series Boston Public made him a well-known figure in Hollywood. Nicky's unique ability to portray complicated, often dark characters made him stand out. He was versatile, admired, and had a career that many actors would envy. However, beneath his professional success, Nicky struggled with personal demons that he rarely spoke about publicly. He fought an ongoing battle with depression, something that people close to him knew, but was not widely acknowledged in the industry. His passing by suicide in his home in Burbank, California, left many heartbroken. His death serves as a reminder that even those who appear to have it all together can be struggling in silence. Nicky's story emphasizes the need to address mental health in the entertainment industry and the pressure that actors face, often unseen by their audiences. Ana Afonso, age 47, Portuguese model actress. Ana Afonso was a Portuguese model and actress, widely known for her work on Portuguese television and in the fashion industry. With her beauty and talent, she captured the hearts of many fans in her home country. Her career in the entertainment industry was on the rise, and she seemed to have a perfect life. But Ana's tragic death by suicide in Lisbon left her fans and loved ones devastated. Ana's death was not just a personal tragedy, but it also brought national attention to mental health challenges faced by celebrities, who often have to maintain a perfect public image despite their personal struggles. Despite the glamour associated with her profession, Ana's death is a poignant reminder that anyone, regardless of their success or public image, can be silently battling their own pain. Ana Afonso's passing highlights the importance of looking beyond someone's outward appearance and acknowledging the hidden struggles they might be going through. Arstanbek Abdildayev, age 55, Kyrgyz political activist. Arstanbek Abdildayev was a well-known Kyrgyz political activist who wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. Known for his outspoken views and unique approach to politics, Arstanbek became a controversial figure in Kyrgyzstan. His political ideologies, which often included claims of divine guidance, made him a polarizing individual. but he was respected by those who followed him. Unfortunately, Arstenbeck's life came to a tragic end when he died by suicide while in custody. His death raised significant questions about the treatment of political activists and the lack of mental health support in the political sphere. His story is a stark reminder of the toll that public life, political strife, and imprisonment can take on a person's mental well-being. Arstenbeck's passing calls attention to the often overlooked struggles of political figures, whose battles are not only with their opposition but with their internal demons. His death also prompted a broader conversation about the mental health of individuals in politically charged environments. Dr. Antoinette Candia Bailey, age 49, academic administrator. Dr. Antoinette Bonney. Candia Bailey was a dedicated academic administrator and a passionate advocate for student welfare and diversity. Serving as the vice president for student affairs at Lincoln University of Missouri, Dr. Candia Bailey was admired by many for her unwavering commitment to creating a supportive environment for students, especially those from underrepresented backgrounds. However, behind her professional accomplishments, Dr. Candia Bailey faced challenges in her personal life that went largely unrecognized by those around her. She died by suicide, reportedly after enduring years of workplace harassment and bullying. Her tragic death became a focal point for discussions on systemic issues within the academic community, especially concerning the experiences of Black women in higher education. Dr. Candia Bailey's death sparked conversations on the need for change within institutions to address the mental health challenges that come with systemic inequities. Her passing serves as a reminder that even those working to uplift others can be silently struggling. Alec Musser, age 50, actor model. Alec Musser was the kind of man who lit up every room he walked into. His journey from fitness model to television star felt like a dream. Winning a reality show brought him into the spotlight, landing him the role of Del Henry on All My Children. His presence both on screen and in real life was powerful yet approachable. Alongside acting, Alec also made a mark in modeling, representing brands like Abercrombie Fitch with style and grace. To the outside world, Alec appeared to be thriving, handsome, successful, and engaged to the woman he loved. But as often happens, the surface doesn't always reflect the storm within. Privately, Alec was dealing with personal battles no one truly understood. He died by suicide at his home, leaving behind heartbreak and unanswered questions. His passing was deeply felt by fans and loved ones alike. It serves as another reminder that mental health struggles can touch anyone, even those who seem to have everything going for them. Alec's legacy isn't just in the roles he played or the photos he posed for, it's in the light he brought to people's lives, however briefly. Stephen Laybutt, age 46, Australian footballer. Stephen Laybutt was more than just a solid defender on the field. He was a respected teammate, a thoughtful human being, and someone who truly cared about the world around him. Representing clubs like Gent and the Newcastle Jets, and even wearing his country's jersey, Stephen lived a life many aspiring athletes could only dream of. He brought discipline, heart, and professionalism to every match he played. But his greatest strength may have been off the field. After football, Stephen committed himself to health and humanitarian causes, particularly advocating for HIV awareness. He was one of the few athletes willing to speak up about sensitive topics, trying to make a difference in the lives of others. Despite his public efforts and achievements, Stephen struggled silently with emotional pain. His death by suicide was a shock to those who knew him, a reminder that even those who inspire us may be facing battles we can't see. Stephen's memory lives on not just in goals and victories, but in compassion, bravery, and the quiet strength he carried throughout his life. Hinako Ashihara, age 50. Manga artist, Hinako Ashihara had a rare gift, the ability to tell deeply emotional stories through manga that resonated across generations. Her works like Forbidden Dance, Sand Chronicles, and Sexy Tanaka-san weren't just entertainment. They were reflections of real human emotions, loneliness, love, and growth. She brought heart to every page, drawing not just with ink, but with empathy. Her fans adored her characters, but they also respected the person behind them. Hinako was known for being deeply involved in her work, meticulous about storytelling, and passionate about staying true to her artistic vision. When her work was adapted for television in a way she didn't support, it weighed heavily on her. She died by suicide, and her passing sent shockwaves through the manga community. The loss wasn't just that of an artist, it was the loss of a storyteller whose voice had quietly become part of people's lives. Hinako's stories live on, not just in books, but in the hearts of readers who saw themselves in her creations. Her work was a mirror to the world, honest, flawed, and profoundly human. Terry Beasley, age 73, Football Hall of Famer. Terry Beasley was built for greatness. On the football field, he was electric, a record-setting wide receiver who brought fans to their feet with every catch. He became a legend at Auburn, later suiting up for the San Francisco 49ers. His toughness, talent, and hunger for the game earned him a place in the College Football Hall of Fame. But football came at a cost. Years of hard hits and injuries took a deep toll on his mind and body. Terry battled long-term effects from traumatic brain injuries, including memory loss, pain, and emotional struggles that never quite let up. He spoke openly about his condition, trying to raise awareness for others who had walked a similar path. Eventually, the weight of it all became too much. Terry died by suicide, and the football world lost not only a legend, but a man who gave everything to the game. He leaves behind a legacy that stretches far beyond touchdowns, a cautionary tale, a hero's journey, and a voice that continues to echo in the ongoing conversation about athlete mental health. Gregory Charles Rivers, age 58, Australian actor in Hong Kong. Gregory Charles Rivers lived a truly extraordinary life, an Australian actor who became a beloved figure in Hong Kong television. Fluent in Cantonese and fully immersed in the local culture, he became a familiar face on TVB dramas like Man from Guangdong and Triumph in the Skies. What made him special wasn't just his talent. It was his respect for the culture, the language, and the people he worked with. Gregory wasn't just an actor. He was a bridge between worlds. His work resonated with both local and international audiences, and he was known for his warmth, humor, and humility. But despite decades of success, Gregory faced growing personal hardships, declining health, financial challenges, and emotional isolation. He died by suicide through charcoal burning, a method rarely discussed, but tragically real. His death left a deep void in the entertainment community and among those who admired his journey. Gregory's story is about more than television. It's about choosing love over fear, art over comfort, and connection over ego. And in that way, his memory will always remain heartfelt, human, and deeply missed. Petra Mathers, age 78, author, illustrator. Petra Mathers was a quiet force in the world of children's literature. Born in Germany and later settling in the US, she created over 40 picture books that charmed generations. Her watercolor illustrations and gentle storytelling felt timeless, simple on the surface, but layered with warmth and subtle humor. Books like Lottie's New Beach Towel and Sophie and Lou became staples in classrooms and homes alike. Behind the pages, Petra was deeply private. She lived and worked in Astoria, Oregon, alongside her husband, photographer Michael Mathers. Together, they built a life rooted in creativity and mutual respect. But even in a life filled with art and love, personal struggles can persist. Petra and Michael both died by suicide in their home. The News stunned the literary community, leaving many to reflect on the hidden burdens people carry, even those who bring joy to others. Petra's legacy lives on in the stories she told, quiet, kind, and deeply human. Her work continues to speak to children and adults alike, reminding us that even the softest voices can leave the deepest impressions. These individuals, despite their diverse backgrounds and careers, had one heartbreaking thing in common: they were silently battling their inner demons. And tragically, those battles ended in suicide. Their stories remind us of an important truth. Mental illness does not discriminate. Depression, anxiety, and the weight of life's pressures can affect anyone, no matter how successful or admired they may seem. These stories are not just memories, they are a call to action. To look beyond the surface, to check in with our friends, our family, our colleagues. Because sometimes, one small conversation, one moment of care can change everything. Thank you for watching. And please remember, you are not alone. Help is out there,